you think of with both these teams, Greg? Their athleticism. Some high flyers on the court tonight.
And, Kev, it's not just about the aerial skills, though. There are some guys out there who can flat out wear you down with their ability to run the floor.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard position.
One of the most dynamic passers to enter this league in a while, Morant. This man is in full control of the offense.
Edwards can't hit.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Brooks kicks to Morant. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Left side, Edwards. Inside. And Russell gets it to go on the assist from Edwards.
The gentle touch inside. Russell really improving as a finisher.
Morant against Russell. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. It's Morant with the drive. Brooks kicks to Bain. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now Russell. Pass to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Also looking it over. Edwards drives in. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the N1 opportunity.
Morant with a wide open look. Minnesota with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Edwards, that's good.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Here's Edwards. The rebound by Steven Adams. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Shot from the wing. And another basket for Memphis.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game. And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Count it. Morant's got 9.
This man was under-recruited in college. Can you believe that? And Morant, he still plays like he's trying to prove something.
And since coming into the league, Desmond Bain, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown 3-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
Brooks finds Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Okay, I see you, John, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
Russell passes to Towns. Morant with the steal. Here's Jackson, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
1:19 left to play in the first. Up top, Russell. Guarded by Morant. Edwards drives in.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Outside Edwards. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
On defense, the Grizzlies, they lead by 4. Gobert with a screen on Jackson. Here's Towns.
And shooting against Adams, very challenging. He's an assertive defender who won't back off.
Bane finds Brooks. Down low. It's stolen by Gobert. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Bane with it. Guarded now by Prince. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Give it up for your first Avenue.
Outside Russell. Out to Edwards. With 1 on the clock. And it is good. The buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim.
John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
On the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Russell kicks to Towns. And there's the pass to Gobert. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Jackson, a screen on Russell. The 3 from Morant. Drills it from outside. Morant's got 18 points in the game. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Bane kicks to Morant. Jackson down low. Gobert on him.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Russell with it. Now defended by Adams. And finished off by Gobert.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Morant outside. Rebound, Minnesota.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Stolen by Brooks. Loads it up there for Bane. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
How about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
Timberwolves have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Got a piece of it. 6 to shoot. Here's Edwards. Gobert dishes to Edwards. Prince wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Prince has got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Morant passes to Brooks. Russell against Payne. Morant outside. Looking to end the run. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be a Rudy Gobert.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill. But what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Towns, high post. Back to Russell. Outside, Towns. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Edwards drives in. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retake possession here. .139 left in the first half of the game.
They love what Jackson gives them defensively. Great instinct, size, and mobility.
Driving to the basket. And finished off by Morant.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautifully. Edwards looking it over. Feeds to Towns. He's off on that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Payne kicks to Morant. And he drives in and finished off by Morant.
When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
Edwards passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. It's tipped. Jackson dishes to Morant. Payne against Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Here's Adams. Payne kicks to Morant. Morant with another miss. For Minnesota, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Towns, the screen. And he goes big with the dunk right over Jaren Jackson.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
All right, David, thank you.
30, the Grizzlies. 28.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Naz Reid out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's McDaniels. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard position. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Passes it to Noel. Here's Conchar. Here's Williams. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Williams has got his first bucket in this one. Rivers surveying the D. Pass to Noel. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Off with the layup. Here's Aldama. McDaniels defending. Pass to Jones. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And it's a 4-point Memphis lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Anderson, and the pass to Reed. Rivers with it. Passes it to Reed. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You spent 2 seasons, Richard, with LeBron James in Cleveland. What was it like to play with LeBron?
Well, I like to think that LeBron was playing with me the entire time. That's the way I viewed it, but it was amazing.
I should have reworded that. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Thank you. I think LeBron James was outstanding to play with just from a camaraderie standpoint, and he always wanted to make the right pass, which, you know, for pundits, they complain about it, but for a teammate, you love it. You love playing with a guy that tries to play the right way night in and night out.
His understanding of the game must be off the charts, correct?
It is so ridiculous the way that he just sees the game before it's happening. He is easily one of the smartest players that I have ever been around. Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
There's the pick. Pass to Noel. This one for 3. And Jones pulls it down. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Out to the right wing. Here's Conchar. No good from outside. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. And finished off by Rivers.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. McDaniels passes to Reed. McDaniels kicks to Anderson. Back to McDaniel. Pass to Noel. Now McDaniels. To the paint. Here's Reed. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Conchar, the pass to Jones. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Here's Prince outside Towns. Jackson has the open look. The three-pointer, no good. Timberwolves trail by 4. And it's Towns penetrating. And the dunk by Towns.
And really one of the more mobile bigs in our league. You simply have to account for Towns on the drive.
And Morant throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Russell finds Gobert and slam dunk by Gobert.
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
And it's Morant missing. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. The score now all even. Russell's got 5.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Here's Morant. Gobert with the block. Prince outside. And it's Russell at the elbow. Kicks it to Edwards. And the rejection by Jackson. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Whew.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Memphis. In at the guard spot, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the center. It's Brooks on the wing. There's the lob to Jackson. Towns with the steal. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
First team foul.
Free throw good, Russell. Timberwolves leading by 3. Outside, Edwards. High post, Gobert. Gobert with a screen on Morant. Russell dishes to Gobert. A second chance effort. A shake and slam dunk by Gobert.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappy. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Russell passes to Towns. And a missed layup. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Payne for 3. Sinks the triple.
The vision, the ability to throw every type of pass. Morant's already reached an elite level as a playmaker.
Here's Edwards.
Blocking foul.
And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
First one falls for him.
Grizzlies foul. Steven Adams.
And Edwards drops them both. And so it's Memphis with it. Morant outside. And Morant throws it down.
So flashy with the rock. Morant takes pleasure in slicing and dicing the D to pieces.
Prince kicks to Russell. There's the drive. There's the dish to Gobert. Right side Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Bain passes to Brooks. To the middle. Adams. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside, it's Edwards on the wing. Brooks against Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
Timeout called the Grizzlies.
Make some noise for the first.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And this is where Morant really shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
Russell inside. Guarded by Morant. Russell with a wide open look. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And you want the momentum on your side, and Russell showing you how it's done.
Outside, Bain. And it's Brooks in the corner. Back to Bain. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Edwards. And the layup is good. Edwards got the lead up to 6 now for Minnesota.
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
Here's Morant. Rebound, Minnesota.
and he's very confident from that range. He can't make a move.
Russell kicks to Gobert. Outside, Towns. Pass to Prince. Clock at 6. That shot missing, and it's Memphis the other way.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game, because this one looks a bit out of reach.
And finished off by Gobert.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Morant's against Russell. Now here's Morant. Guarded closer. From deep three-point range, and they recover it. And here is Adams. It's off. And so the Timberwolves take the win. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
two squads that really move the ball well and share the load offensively, Brent.
Well, we got some great playmakers out here, BA, so it's a multitude of guys who are going to be able to survey the floor, maybe make that backdoor play or that lob pass to the rim. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position.
And you love how Kawhi has developed this part of his game, just able to find teammates and rack up assists. Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building, and it just looks incredible.
Right side Moran. Just 5 on the clock. Rejected by George.
Well, in terms of wing defenders, PG might be in the top 5 in the league.
Just 3 to shoot. Payne, no good. Amen. And the Clippers felt they needed to build their own arena to establish some identity.
Yeah, no doubt about it that they could be their own franchise away from the shared building with the Lakers. And for so long in LA, they've been treated as sort of the second-rate team, and that just shouldn't happen. So having their own arena, that's moving them well into the right direction.
Morant to the middle. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
And Morant drops them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Leonard finds Wall. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
So physical for a 1. Wall has the size and skill to do work in the paint.
Morant against George. And Morant gets it to go.
Nice dribble move to get to the hoop for an easy 2.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Wall against Morant. The kick out to Wall. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have gone 1 for 3 so far. George against Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. George with it. He's picked up by Adams. Up top, Wall. Driving in. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. And the Grizzlies with possession here. They trail by 3. From deep, Morant. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp.
When you think about a rough moment in Kawhi Leonard's career, it had to have come around 2021, that season-ending injury in the playoffs that kept him out of the entire 22 season. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Here's Morant. The 3 from Payne. Leonard pulls down the board. The Clippers have gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. Oh, we're glad, though, that Leonard took the time to fully recover from it.
At BA, you have to prioritize your health as a player. Kawhi has had his scares throughout his career, but him being fully healthy is going to help him unleash his full game on any opponent. So getting him back to 100%, a priority for him and the team.
Chalk up 2 there. George has gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
Well, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handles.
A minute 29 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Ball against Morant. Morris on the wing. George outside. Hangs. And he sinks the layup. George has got 6.
Yeah, not letting anybody keep him from that spot. Paul George, a nice, strong play that time.
Morant against George. Adams, shot's good.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Ball with it. George outside. Leonard outside. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. And the jam by George.
Paul George getting aggressive, showing us some power that time as he's able to get to the rim.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Morant, the pass to Brooks. And a miss there on the triple. The Clippers in the lead. George outside. Zubats with a screen on Bain. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Well, keep it or dish it. Those are the decisions Paul George is trying to make, and he makes the right one there.
And it's Morant off the drive. Morant with the slam!
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high of difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back with you shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point. George with it, guarded by Morant, and that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
George outside. And the jam by George.
George playing with purpose, and he is in attack mode. And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game. This is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Wall against Morant. Wall, the pass to George. Outside Wall. Pass to Leonard. Banked it in off the glass. And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brett.
FBA, with all of that experience, is able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. Here's Bain. Outside for Morant. Pass to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up to the rim. Zubats with the steal.
They've got to tighten up the ball control. That pass was just too easy to defend.
On the attack, Morris. Oh, the slam dunk by Morris.
And being that wall as a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Morant. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
And Morant drops them both. And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
Kawhi operating in the painted area, so tough to stop.
Here's Morant. George with the block. And he recovers it. That's good from Adams on the assist by Morant. Adams has got his second basket.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
Morant against George. Zubac with the steal. Leonard outside. He takes it in, and that one goes. 4 for 7 for him so far.
Kawhi playing at his own pace. He can really control the game off the bounce.
Memphis calls timeout.
Make some noise for your Grizzlies Breakers.
There's a minute 12 left in the first half. Morant against George. Morant, the pass to Brooks. Outside Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Oh, Morris with a steal. George with it. Checked by Brooks. And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul. 13 foul.
That's good from George.
Paul George taking 2 shots.
George hits them both. 51 seconds left in the second quarter. Ball against Bain. Zubac with the steal. Now Morris. The kick out to Wall. Pass to Zubac. 6 to shoot. Leonard for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Morris.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Brooks. Paul George. He's feeling it tonight. All right, good stuff, Allie.
21. The Clippers 35. And put your hands together and get loud for the Milwaukee.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Paul George has been sensational.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is going that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
They've got John Conchar, also Tyus Jones out there, and it's Aldama in at the 4. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Comes up empty down low.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as you'd imagine.
Batum, pass to Kennard. Batum sets a screen. Kennard finds Batum. Back to Kennard. And he converts the layup. Kennard's got his first points of the game.
And if you give Batum some time to survey the floor, he'll find an open teammate.
Jones in the post. Jackson on him. To the paint. He can't get it to go. And Los Angeles the other way now. Pass to Powell. Batum with a screen on Williams. Powell passes to Batum. Stolen by Jones. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Well, Los Angeles shooting 76%. You don't see this often. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Jones in the post, defended by Jackson. Jones' shot is good.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Now here's Jackson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, it's really one of the elements to Reggie Jackson, his aggressiveness in his play. It allows him to convert on plays like that.
And grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Covington's aggressive defense is going to pay off, and that time it did.
Powell passes to Batum. Kennard on the wing. Out to Powell. Clock at 6. Jackson for 3. Conchar pulls it in.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
The Clippers have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Kennard. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Jones. Yep, that one's good. Jones has got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Outside Covington. Kicks it out to Kennard. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter here. The Grizzlies have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter.
Blocking foul called on Norman Powell. First personal foul. First team foul.
The Clippers on D. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Here's Conchar. Covington grabs the board. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And the ball out of play. The Grizzlies will have it.
Out of bounds. Memphis ball.
A minute 15 left in the third. Outside Jones. Here's Aldama. Here's Conchar. And the layup is good off the glass.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
And here's Jackson. 5 points in the game. And the dunk by Jackson.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And the Grizzlies call time here.
Please give a big round of applause.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. against Covington. Pulls up. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson for three. Connects from downtown. Jackson's got 10 points here in the second half.
And Jackson's showing off a little bit of his range that time. So confident in that release.
Back to Morant. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
And that's exactly how you attack late. I love how he doesn't lack assertiveness.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so in the game for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the one. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Here's George. From outside the arc. Adams grabs the miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
They've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps.
Leonard passes to George. Pulls up on the wing. Offensive board.
Kawhi has great size, but along with that has very good instincts as a rebounder, and that time works the offensive class.
Here's Morant. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Zubac passes to Leonard, and here's George. From deep. And it's Bane with the rebound. The Grizzlies shooting the ball at 43% from the field. Baseline jumper. And that one's good. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
So good at taking what the D gives him. Morant keeping the game simple.
Morant against Wall. Pass to George. Back to Wall. George with it. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. That doesn't go either for George.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Morris passes to Wall. George outside. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his third foul so far.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
And here are the Clippers now. Leonard for three. Goes back up. Now Wall. Launches a three. The rebound by Jackson. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
It's been all Clippers. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Leonard for three. Adams grabs the miss. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Here's Bane. It's tipped. Leonard outside. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Bane with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. And the dunk by Jackson.
An opportunistic player. When Jackson sees an alley-oop opportunity, he doesn't pass it up.
Wall against Morant. Right side wall. Out to Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Clippers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And what a huge performance it was for Paul George.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
To the inside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
Clippers ball.
32 seconds left in the final quarter. Wall for 3. Brooks with the rebound. Outside Morant. 16 seconds left in the game. Morant missing again. George passes to Wall. And it's Ja Morant with the foul.
Ja Morant.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. 13 foul.
So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
say does that?
Get ready, everyone, for Tuesday afternoon NBA action on 2. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin,
They did, and it showed, and it was fun to watch. Terrific. David, thanks. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position.
Man, that's strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact, doesn't bother him.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip, can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
And so Gobert will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Towns throws it down.
The unselfish play by Anthony Edwards' teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
And Wall. Here we go now. Morris passes to Wall. Gobert with the block. It's Edwards on the wing. Feeds it to Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Of course, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
What we know about D'Angelo Russell is this guy is a dynamic, aggressive scorer. The key is he's got to extend his minutes playing under control. If he does that, lights out.
Now here's Edwards. It's deflected. The kick out to Towns. Shot clock at 6. Back to Russell. Passes it to Morris. Edwards against George. From close range, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's what we call playing big. Paul George imposing his will in the paint.
Russell against Wall. Here's Towns. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
If Karl Anthony Towns carves space and is in the painted area, it's going to go in the basket. He's that good.
George against Edwards. A nice shot by George.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Edwards into the lane, goes back up, and it's finished off inside by Gobert.
I'll tell you, with Rudy Gobert on the floor, you have got to find him and keep him off the glass because he can be a force.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Ball against Russell. Left side, Wall. And George kicks to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. And Wall with the slam.
Let's remember, John Wall has long arms and he's a great athlete. Makes him a terrific finisher at the cup.
The drive by Russell. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Minnesota basketball.
Stolen by Zubac. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:24 left here in the first quarter. Leonard the pass to George. drops in the layup for 2. George has got 6 points.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Morris with the screen for George. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Prince. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
High activity, challenging the heart of the defense. Taurean Prince is not afraid to mix it up.
And Wall kicks to George. Morris outside. And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to Morris. 4 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Gobert knocks it away.
Well, let's remember, Rudy Gobert has got a 7'9" wingspan. Sometimes it's just easy picking sending it back.
6 seconds left to play here in the first. Russell from long range. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. Minnesota on top.
And please give a big round of applause for your Clippers Youth Team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward. So it's Minnesota now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Towns. No good there. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
Here's Leonard, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Also looking it over. The kick out to Towns. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Towns. Russell's got the lead up to 6 now for Minnesota.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns entered the league as a force in scoring the basketball. Now he's honing his passing skills.
George passes to Wall. Leonard, that's for 2. Zubats controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. The kick out to Towns. Russell with the bucket. Russell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Okay, D'Angelo Russell mixing in a little interior work, not bashful.
It's Wall with the drive. George dishes the Wall. It's stolen by Gobert. To the inside. And Edwards with the stuff.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards, always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
And Wall kicks to Leonard. Right side, Wall. Morris outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Zubats. Driving the lane. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 8. Now the pass to Edwards. Timberwolves passing it around. Gobert. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Gobert's got 5 now. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
2 minutes remain in the first half.
Here's Russell. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
It's good.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Towns a screen on Wall. Russell passes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Clippers trail by 10. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Leonard, no luck.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. It's stolen by Wall. Edwards against George. Out to Morris. Back to George. Lets it go from deep. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Well, Paul George is excellent both defensively and offensively. You want to talk about 3 and D? He's got both.
Outside Russell. He feeds it to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Now Wall. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
Substitution on the court.
Batum finds Powell. Back to Batum. 3 seconds left. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. At that time sets up his teammate.
And so it's minute. All right, David, thank you. And
Your Clippers, 19. The Timberwolves, 28.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Batum is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Here's McLaughlin, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Yeah, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Anderson. Batum brings the double team. Inside. Here's Reed. He gets that one.
Reed.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there. What a career arc when you consider Reggie Jackson. Here is a guy that literally was so frustrated at one point he considered retiring. And yet he puts in the effort and has a tremendous season.
Jackson hits both of them. Doris, looking at Reggie Jackson, he's coming off one of his best seasons ever.
Yeah, and you love that for a guy like him, not giving up, not letting the struggle impact his passion, giving the same effort he did as a rookie. I love his story, Kevin.
Now here's Anderson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
Jackson dishes to Powell. And there's a foul called on Naz Reid. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Powell with it. Batum, the screen. It's Powell with the drive. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Second personal foul.
Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their star.
Now here's Reid. And Anderson kicks to Reid. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Clippers ball.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Clippers trail by 7. Jackson looking it over. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Jackson. Kennard with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Jackson passes to Kennard. 6 to shoot. Jackson down low. He's guarded by Russell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got 6. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Here's Towns following the score by Reggie Jackson. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Gobert, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. He's got 9.
Now, this is why Rudy Gobert shoots such an outstanding percentage. He consistently knows what shots to take.
Jackson kicks to Powell. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Edwards, and there's the drive. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Kicks it out to Covington. In the corner, Kennard with it. Wow. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
The previous play,
the action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being it.
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he can't get the first one.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
And he nails the third. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet, and that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Now here's Powell. Gobert with the block. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Here's Russell. 2 free throws coming up. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Shooting for Minnesota.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul.
The previous play is under review.
Sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense.
The ruling on the floor stands.
Times, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there.
Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
Nobody near George. It's good from long range. George has got 12.
But Paul George has been cooking all night. The defense has nothing for him right now.
Edwards with it. George picks him up and slam dunk by Gobert.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And here's Wall. Morris with the screen for George. Lets it go with the 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Silky smooth jumper from Paul George, and he just lets it fly whenever he gets free from that spot.
Puts it up. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Timberwolves. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. Ball against Russell. Morris dishes the Wall. Back to Morris. He kicks the Wall. Knocked loose. George passes to Morris. Back to George. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low, here's Russell. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Guys, just incredible concentration from the crafty guard, D'Angelo Russell, tough to stop.
Good.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Russell dishes to Towns. That one falls.
Well, battling hard. That's an impressive move by Towns. He'll go to the stripe.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
What about the defensive intensity they've had in this one? Jumping passing lanes, poking the ball away, just doing a great job creating chaos.
Now, here is George. To the paint, here's Zubac. That ball's nice speed that time from George.
The defense has zero clue on how to guard Paul George. A screen and roll genius. Fantastic at knowing when to pass.
And Edwards with the stop.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's George. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Ball against Russell. On the wing, George. It's stolen by Gobert.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And Towns throws it down.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Wall passes to Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kicks it to Leonard. There's the dribble. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Towns up top, covered by Morris. And Towns throws it down.
Boy, the well-rounded offensive arsenal allows Cat to deliver consistently on the offensive end. And boy, he is in rhythm right now.
And Wall. Here we go now. The three from George. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Connects from three-point range. Edwards got the lead up to 13 now for Minnesota. Wall against Russell. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's George for 3. And they get it back. Shot clock at 5. Leonard, that's for 2. Good on the jump shot.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Timberwolves.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Towns, a screen on George. Outside Edwards. For the 3. No good that time. And so the Timberwolves take the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg.
expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Grant. Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
You know, B.A., it'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the 3. Here's Edwards. The Grizzlies making their last shot. Inside, here's Towns. And he buries his first look.
In the paint, Towns is just a nightmare for defenders. His size is a huge advantage.
Moran against Russell. Jackson outside. There's the 3. Memphis the rebound. Pass to Moran. Second chance effort and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Edwards finds Towns. Here's Gobert. Adams grabs the miss.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special. Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
Russell against Moran. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Payne, the pass to Brooks. Jackson outside. Moran against Russell. Pass to Adams. 4 on the clock. And the baseline jumper, no good. The Timberwolves have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And it's Towns penetrating. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Tell you what, you don't expect the center to attack off the bounce like this. I mean, Towns caught the defense off guard.
And he sinks the second. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Russell against Moran. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Prince. They get it back. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a lack of effort from Towns on the glass. He is a glass eater and keeps possessions alive for his team.
Down low, Payne. And he dumps it down.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Outside Edwards. To the wing, right side. Gobert against Adams. Another shot. Gobert passes to Russell. Back to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Moran against Russell. Moran, the pass to Payne. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Edwards finds Gobert. Here's Towns. Outside for Russell. There's the drive. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
To the middle. Here's Morant. And the layup falls. Morant's got 6.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Bain against Edwards. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Towns passes to Edwards. From downtown. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's on Desmond Bain.
Anthony Edwards has a great body and knows how to control it. Showing you right there by taking advantage to draw the foul.
Good on the second one. And he nails the third. 7 seconds left in the first quarter here. And here's Morant outside. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 3. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. Good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And legacies are defined in the playoffs. Game to game, what's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
For BA, I think it's all about consistency. The great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there.
Now here's Towns. He's got 7. Back to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Boy, in sync with his teammate on that possession. Well done by Towns on that pass.
And then Morant with the dunk. And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Oh, it's stolen by Adams. To the inside. Back to Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
He plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
And Minnesota calls time here. The Timberwolves trail. Now Russell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Pass to Gobert. Outside for Russell. Shot clock at 5. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now here's Russell. Towns down low. Defended by Jackson. Towns can't get it to go. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Pass to Morant. Stolen by Russell. Here's Towns. No good. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams.
You know, when D'Angelo Russell came into the league, he was really primarily seen as a point guard, and that's what I like most about him, his vision and his passing ability, but he's actually changed that image and impression over time.
Here's Edwards. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
The evolution of D'Lo has been interesting to watch, Clark. I like how he's been willing to play whatever position asked of him.
Yeah, B.A., I like that too. And he said it before himself that he prefers playing shooting guard. But I tell you what, he also looks very comfortable running the offense too.
Now here's Brooks. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And it's Adams missing. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Here's Prince. And they'll get another chance. Here's Towns. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Brooks outside. Pass to Morant. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Memphis leading. Right side Morant. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
And Minnesota calls time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. We're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
From deep, Morant. And it's Morant again missing.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And it was maybe a step out of his range.
And so it's Memphis with it. Drives to the hoop. And then Morant with the jam.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Edwards against Adams. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Steven Adams.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And he's good on the second. 35 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Outside Morant. On the take. Pass to Adams. On the wing, Bain. Now here's Morant. And here's Adams. Back to Morant. And stolen by Gobert. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Towns. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Brooks outside. And so it's Memphis finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Defense is setting the tone. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward. Here's Conjar. Here's Aldama. Sinks the tray. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Steven Adams checked in for Memphis. Now here's Russell. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change.
Boy, the former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
Russell against Jones. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Pass to Aldama. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Conchar. The kick out to Williams. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves trail. Outside Russell. To the paint. Here's Towns. Second chance shot. Pass to Prince from the arc. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Prince has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Russell against Jones. From the low block. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Tillman's checked in.
Boy, you look at D'Angelo Russell. He's got a sweet stroke. The lefty can knock it down from 3, but always seems to be playing at his pace, under good control.
Here's Conchar. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Russell. He shoots. Reed can't hit.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Stolen by Reed. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Russell. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Here's Tillman. Reed defending. Inside. Oh, sweet move. And he jams it home with authority.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Carl Anthony Towns comes in for Anderson. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Anthony Edwards in for Noel. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third.
Get free t-shirt. Show us what you got.
Russell against Morant.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here's Gobert. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
John Morant. First personal.
And that one falls for Gobert.
A defensive stalwart. Gobert knows this team expects him to be their anchor as well as rebound the rock.
From deep, Morant. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic getting to his spots on the floor.
Russell to pass to Edwards. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Edwards got 9.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Outside Morant. Morant with the flare!
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Now here's Morant. 23 points in the game. Down low. Jackson down low. Towns on him. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
Edwards against Moran. Spins. The drive by Bain. Pass to Adams. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adams. Timeout called. Memphis.
It's simple. Turnovers mean you lose shot opportunities, and your opponent can get easy hoops.
17 seconds left in the third quarter. Edwards against Bain. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. From deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Memphis has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Bain. Pass to Jackson. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Outside Morant. It's blocked by Gobert. Outside Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Edwards gotten 4 this quarter.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
On the wing, Bain. Jackson, the screen. And he's going for the lob. Hammers the lob through.
An opportunistic player. When Jackson sees an alley-oop opportunity, he doesn't pass it up.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. Here's Prince. Outside Edwards. Into the... Oh, man.
Oh, punch that was.
Bad intentions.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Moran. No, stopping him there. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many calls, it was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the ref.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now here's Russell. Towns, a screen on Moran. Pass to Towns. Bain against Edwards. Five on the clock. Back to Towns. And stolen by Bain. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Jackson down low. Guarded by Edwards. Jackson the screen. Bain, the pass to Jackson. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And so it's Memphis with it after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Edwards pulls it in.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And they take the lead. Edwards got 19 points.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. And with every possession being critical, he was clear with his team. Quote, this is what we prepared for. Keep your focus, stay in the moment, and execute. He believes that's the path to victory, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Prince. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
1:52 left in the fourth quarter here. Gobert with a screen on Morant. Russell to pass to Gobert. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Payne against Edwards. To the middle. And stolen by Edwards. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
You know something else, guys? You know, they came out of that tunnel sprinting in a full stride sprint. That translated to the floor and lots of success in the fast break game.
Now here's Morant. Got a piece of it.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell is able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
Here's Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Here's Prince. Brooks defending. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Tries again. And he takes it up and lays it in. Gobert's got 9 points now in the second half.
And the trust this team has in Gobert. They know he looks to come up huge in the clutch.
Morant, pass to Brooks. On the wing, Brooks. Count it! And he's brought within 2 points now.
Great to see guys don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
But Edwards, here we go. Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. Count it!
That's what I'm talking about right there. Game on the line. Towns lets nothing stand in his way.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Back to Payne. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Russell. Here's Towns. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. And they barely squeezed out the win.
For a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the 5. Now here's Jackson. Bane passes to Jackson. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane. Bane's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Grizzlies. Now, here is goes to the reverse layup and taps it in.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Morant with a wide open look. Off target with his three. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And here's Leonard from three. And the three ball is good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless. But they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West. Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Jackson against Morant. And there's Paul George on the assist by Jackson. And the West, we know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Outside for George. An easy 2 points on the layup. George has got 6 points.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Brooks the pass to Bain. Jackson in the corner. No good on the triple. Clippers leading by 3. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. There's Jackson with the 3. Morant's got space.
Ja Morant.
That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Morris outside. Back to Leonard. Lays it up off the glass. He has 5.
This is what Kawhi provides. 100% of effort. Loves to take it right to you.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the claw is.
Now here's Jackson. After the miss from Desmond Bain. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ball's checked in.
Into the lineup for your Clippers.
1:04 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside, George down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Unable to get that one. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jackson misses. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game.
Some scouts were surprised when Jackson's wingspan was measured over 7'5". That's a huge number, especially when you talk about contesting shots.
Morant passes to Bain. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
It's his first trip to the line.
The shooting of Desmond Bain, it's special. Knocking down threes as good as anyone in the game. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And here's Wall. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's too close. When Wall gets a shot that deep inside, it is almost automatic.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Clippers youth team.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
Right out of the gates, they've been in attack mode. And I think that's by design because it has been relentless.
You also have to admire how they challenge the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the one. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
And the one thing about Moore, he doesn't scare you from beyond the arc, but you still have to account for him.
Morant gets to Adams. On the wing, Bain. Covered by Wall. Bain, no good.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And the call. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Kawhi Leonard for a free throw. At the line for two.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
The previous play is under review.
In real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, Kawhi has always been an elite defender, but he's become just as fearsome on the offensive end. You can tell he never stops working on his game.
Now here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. No good with the triple. Los Angeles leading by 6. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Wow, with that strength, if Kawhi wants to drive it, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Morant against George. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
As young as Ja Morant is, I'm impressed. He came in ready to lead a team. And these guys, they follow him.
Now here's Wall. Morris passes to George. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
And George drops them both. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Morant against George. Jackson has the open look. Drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Nice play, and credit Jaren for being shot ready. He knew the play was coming to him, and he knocked it down.
Kicks it out to Leonard. With the drive, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And finished off by Morant.
Off the dribble, Morant is so dynamic, even his teammates look a little stunned.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Lets it fly. Goes under the stripe. And it's Leonard missing.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Morant kicks to Jackson. And the rejection by Zubac. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. So it's the Clippers now. They lead by 4. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. And George gets it to go.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Here's Morant. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Wall passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a lot to show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Now here's Brooks. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. A 3 from Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
What a night for Ja Morant. Showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
And Wall kicks to Morris. The kick out to Wall. Clock at 6. And it's Leonard top of the key. Rebounded by Jackson. The Grizzlies trail by 4. The 3 from Morant. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Tough to shadow Morant. Explosive off the dribble, but at the same time, can stop on a dime.
Wall passes to Morris. Leonard dishes to Morris. Back to Leonard. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Adams, some nice D. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, about a 76% shooting.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. Amir Coffey's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Norman Powell subbed in for Paul George.
I'm trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
Now Wall. There's the pass to Powell. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Thank you, David, for that interview.
Your Clippers, 32. The Grizzlies, 31.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. We've got Williams, and it's Aldama in at the 4 slot. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. It's a 1-point game. There's the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
Jones looking for an opening. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Nicholas Batum. For Memphis, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
And that's an intentional foul.
Xavier Tillman, first personal foul. First team foul.
And here is Los Angeles now. They lead by 1. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
You're going to have to do more than that to stop Norman Powell. You see the strength and body control.
Smitty, you can tell Norman Powell has worked very hard in his game.
You know, he just wants to excel at whatever assignment he's given. Kevin, he once said, I've been in every single role on a team, from bench guy to starter, so he knows how to give you value anywhere on the floor.
Here's Tillman. Shoots the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Konchar's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Kicks it out to Covington. Powell, no one around him. It's rebounded by Memphis. Outside Williams. Pass to Conchar. Over Jackson. And it's Memphis with another.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Jackson passes to Batum. Batum sets a screen for Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Aldama. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Now here's Williams after the miss from Reggie Jackson, and the shot goes down.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Pass to Powell. Now Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Batum, the screen. They need this. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Kennard.
Outstanding decision. Kennard is getting better and better at creating offense for himself.
Jones, no one around him. Here's Williams.
2 minutes remaining.
And the pass to Tillman.
2 minutes.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Jones. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
In this half, a more entertaining one. The pace has picked up, tougher defense, better ball movement.
Here's Powell. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubats is checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Robert Covington. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Powell. Now here's Leonard. He's got 11. And the wide open shot from Morris. Good on the triple. Morris has got 6.
Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
Here's Morant. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Jackson passes to George. Back to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Morant with the steal. And now the Grizzlies fast break. Leonard with the steal. George with the ball. Now defended by Bain. Outside Leonard. Morris with a screen on Jackson. Morris finds Leonard. 5 to shoot. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Kawhi Leonard will never shy away from carrying the offensive load. He can step up and do that for his team.
Morant outside. And then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats Zubats.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And the game still closely contested as we end the 3rd quarter. It's the Grizzlies. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Morant. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And it's Morant missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Jackson gets it to go.
The developing field Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Morant gaining the floor. Offline with his three. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. It's a one-point game. And now they decide to foul intentionally. John Wall's checked in for the Clippers.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your...
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Bain against George. And George with the stuff.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Morant, perfect on the shot, swishes it through. Morant's got 26 points.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Now, here is George. And Bain pulls it down. Outside Jackson. To the middle. And Adams kicks to Jackson. Adams. Great positioning on the putback.
And he's one of those guys you don't have to call plays for. Steven Adams is happy to eat the leftovers.
Here's Leonard. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game. It's Morant with the drop. And Morant throws it down.
The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Out to Morris from the arc. Brooks grabs the board.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Pass to Adams. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Morris outside. Back to Leonard. Morris outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Out of bounds.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
So it's the Grizzlies now. 3-point lead. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Back to Brooks. Deflects the pass. Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And it's Adams on the follow-up.
Emphatic bucket from Steven Adams. His team needed one, and he wouldn't be denied.
Out to Morris. Bain against George. They need this one. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Morant. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Takes it out to Leonard. Three-pointer. Ball against Morant. 6 to shoot. Here's George. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. George has got 4 points this quarter.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And finished off. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
Shooting from Memphis.
And I think when it comes to some
at the foul line for one.
personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Wall. He kicks to Morris. Picked off in midair. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Bain passes to Jackson. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Left side Jackson. Pass to Morant. 6 on the shot clock. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And Leonard has it in the corner. The Clippers again turning it over.
Ball to Memphis.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him.
Here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the 1. Here's Prince. Drops in the 3.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Wall against Russell. Out to Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Russell against Wall. And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Zubac. Outside Wall. Leonard outside. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Zubac finds Leonard. Wall against Russell. Wall, the pass to George. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brett.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps that you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
And this is where you get Gobert the ball. With his size and length, he's so tough to stop from there.
Wall attacking, and the big finish by Wall.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Edwards, following the score by the Clippers. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Not many guys can score on the move like Wall. A true slasher. Gets inside with ease and has a bunch of ways to finish.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. Zubac with the steal. George against Edwards. Now here's Wall. He's covered closely.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Leonard against Russell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Russell.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
And it's powered home by Towns.
Sometimes it's the simple play that's most effective. D'Lo with a nice assist.
Wall, the pass to Zubac. Back to Wall. Morris against Towns. Pass to Morris. George, right side. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. That one's good from Morris. On the assist by George.
Smart play from PG. Just sees a man with a better shot and gets him the rock.
Towns down low. Guarded by Morris. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Oh, wow. Plenty of room for his trademark slam.
You could tell once he saw the crack in the D, you knew what was going to happen.
Well, he knows the defense was absolutely playing him soft, not respecting his abilities whatsoever, so he made them pay.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Towns down low. He's working on Morris. Towns finds Gobert. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. The Clippers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Kicks it to George. 17 seconds left to play in the first. And stolen by Edwards. Pass to Prince. Back to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Just 3 on the clock. No good there. Tie game in Minnesota. After this break, we'll be back with this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Here's George. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Morris against Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Edwards got 6 points.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Wall, the pass to Zubac. Leonard with the ball. Prince is there. Morris can't hit. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Leonard passes to Morris. George against Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Leonard outside. There's the triple. Gets the 3 to fall. He has 7.
You give him a nice pass, there's a good chance Kawhi Leonard's going to bury a shot like that.
Outside Russell to the inside. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
I love his versatility around the rim. That time with the reverse jam.
Mark that one. You know that's going to be replayed over and over again. It's worth it. Wall gets the bucket. All right, Brad, you're part of the front office. Take back the curtain a little here. What do you guys do that the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, the draft process is a lot more in depth than people would ever realize. And one of the biggest things, BA, that you have to take into account is what it is, not just talent-wise you're inviting into the building, but the character and how it fits around what you've already established. So taking one guy that might be a player that you think is a great player might not be great for the current team that you have. And so the layers, they run pretty deep. Paul George getting aggressive, showing us some power that time as he's able to get to the rim.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, BA.
Hey, little exclamation point.
2 minutes.
Outside Wall. And he's going for the oop here. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Towns down low. Guarded by Morris. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
And so Towns nails them both.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
George outside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
That straight line drive there for Paul George. You love to see him get in that attack mode. See if he can cash in now at the line.
George hits them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
There's 1:26 left to play in the half. Here's Edwards.
That is what I'm talking about.
Wow. And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, BA.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Now here's George.
Not afraid that time as PG goes right at the defense to make that play happen.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Now here's Edwards. 12 points for him. The offensive rebound. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
Wall attacking. Out to Leonard. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And here's Edwards outside. Gobert inside. Zubac's there. Second shot opportunity. Deflected.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Wall, the pass to Leonard. 1 second left. And the dunk by Leonard.
Already such a complete offensive player, yet every year Kawhi Leonard develops his handle just a little bit more.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 31. The Clippers, 28.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Robert Covington is out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's McDaniels. Reed in the post, guarded by Batum. Shots blocked.
Great anticipation. He's racked up a few of those blocks in his career, Batum has.
Here's Powell. And that one's good. Covington. Covington's got his first 2 points.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And Minnesota calls time here.
Time to see some awesome dancing, fans. It's time for the First Avenue Breakers.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting about 70% from the floor. Hard to do better than that.
I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
Noel, that's good.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
The Clippers trail. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Down low. Here's Covington. Anderson pulls it down.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Well, Brent, any team loves to have a guy like Covington setting an example with his all-out play.
Yeah, B.A., you know how there are guys that bring along everybody with their offensive game? Covington does that with the defense. He's out there, he gives effort, he dives on the floor, he's going for loose balls, and all of a sudden, the energy of the team is right behind Robert Covington's defense.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Up top, Anderson. On the wing, Noel. 5 points in the game. The baseline J is off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Covington. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Jackson. Off target from three-point range. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Reed. McDaniels up top. Now covers. And stolen by Covington. And it's the Clippers on the break. And Powell with the stuff.
Just love these opportunities in the open floor to see athleticism like what Norman Powell gave us there.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Give it up
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there.
Fantastic! That was the First Avenue break-in. Another round of applause.
Minnesota shooting 70% from the field. A performance that has been fun to watch. Russell against Jackson. Now here's Edwards. Defense is right there. And he can't jam it through. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's foul number 2 for him. The Clippers have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. For the lead. Minnesota with the rebound.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And he makes it on the layup.
Well, Russell's such a natural scorer and capable of connecting just about anywhere.
Jackson down low, guarded by Russell. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Minnesota with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Towns a screen on Wall. Russell finds Towns. Outside for Russell. Towns down low. He's working on Morris. Towns gets the bucket.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
Wall attacking. The kick out to Morris. And there's a 3-second violation. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. George against Russell. Edwards, the pass to Russell. It's Edwards with a drive. Tries again. Here's Gobert. And he was fouled and coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under review.
No doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now here's Towns. 10 points for him. 4 on the clock. Paul George pulls down the board.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Out to Leonard. Shoots. And again, it's the Clippers converting.
And the team leans on him for moments like this where they need him to dominate offensively.
Towns a screen on Wall. Russell pass to Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
We're at the end of the third quarter and we've still got a close one. The T-Wolves on. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He told his players, you know your job. Now just go out and do it. Don't get caught up in the moment. I want you to play with a steady pulse. He understands the emotions can run high at this stage of the game.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Ball with it.
Russell affected that shot. He used his length and some effort on defense that time.
Here's Towns. Can't hit that one. And Los Angeles the other way now. And here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Here's George. Guarded by Edwards. Now here's George. 5 to shoot. Here's Morris. And here's Zubac. The 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Edwards, here we go. Rebound by the Clippers. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Timeout called the Timberwolves. Without question, Kawhi Leonard displaying his skills today.
They got to be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to George. 3-pointer. Fires in the triple. And the Clippers lead by 4.
PG playing behind the pick and roll, able to use his size. Pretty good decision that time with the basketball.
Here's Edwards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
Assertive play by Wall inside, pushing hard to find himself a shot.
And that one falls for Wall. Minnesota's shooting it well at 59%. Edwards against George. Towns for 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
Ah, the versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
Now here's George. Soft touch off the glass. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Outside Edwards to the middle. Deflects the pass. Oh, Morris with a steal. Here's George. And the jam by George.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Here's Edwards. There's the drive.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
George against Edwards. And Gobert with a block.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
And so the ball out of bounds. Morris touched it last.
And the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
Russell with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Here's Towns. Pass to Gobert. Here's Prince. 6 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Denied by Leonard.
That's why they call him the clock. Kawhi getting in there with those massive mitts.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. George against Edwards. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge to make them take another look at the call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many previous plays, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make
Stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he still heaved.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Yeah, this is a tough moment, even for George, but it's a chance to show us he's got ice in his veins. In a tight game, this is who they want taking these shots.
Now here's Russell. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
17 foul.
And Minnesota has possession. Here's Russell, and it's rejected. And they'll keep possession. It falls! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
George against Edwards. Oh, he nails it!
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Pass to Towns. Puts up a 3. Money! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Now here's George. The kick out to Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count it!
And they do have a foul to give if needed. And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
You can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that 3.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second.
And pretty reliable from the stripe. Cat accepts the responsibility of stepping up in these spots.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
So the Clippers win it. This was a hard-fought, well...